All right, let's just cut right to it. I have one simple question for you. Would you rather pay your taxes now or pay them later? I mean, that's it. That one decision is the entire difference between a Roth and a traditional 401k. And trust me, getting this choice wrong can quietly cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. What's going on, finance lovers? It's Josh here with JoshLM Finance. Welcome to another explainer. Now, you know the drill. Quick disclaimer. This is not financial advice, of course. I'm just here to break down how this stuff works so you can feel more confident making your own money moves. So yeah, that's the question. Pay now or pay later? It's literally the whole ball game when we're talking Roth versus traditional. So let's break it all down and figure out which one actually makes the most sense for you. Okay, so let's dive in. A 401k at its heart is just a retirement account you get through your job. The kinds of investments you can make, the contribution limits, the ultimate goal of, not working forever, that's all exactly the same. The only real meaningful difference is when Uncle Sam shows up to collect his taxes. That's it.
So let's kick things off with the one most people have heard of, the traditional 401k. The best way to think about this one is simple. You get your tax break right now. Today, it's all about that immediate gratification. All right, so here's how the traditional 401k works. The money you put in is pre-tax. So picture this. You make, say, $60,000 a year, and you contribute $5,000 to your 401k. Well, as far as the IRS is concerned, you only made $55,000 this year. Just like that, your tax bill for today goes down. Your money then grows tax-deferred for decades. But, and this is a huge but, you have to pay income tax on every single penny you pull out in retirement.
And that's the trade-off right there. You get a break now, but you pay the price later. Choosing the traditional is basically making a bet. It's a bet that you'll be in a lower tax bracket when you retire than you are today. Or it's a bet that tax rates in general are going to be lower in the future.
Okay, now let's flip the coin and talk about the Roth 401k. This one, it just completely flips the script. The whole idea here is that you take the tax hit now in exchange for total freedom later on. So with a Roth, your money goes in after tax. Using that same $60,000 salary, even when you contribute $5,000, you're still paying taxes on the full $60,000 today. So no immediate tax break. You feel the pain now, but here's where it gets really, really good. And this right here, this is the magic of the Roth. When you get to retirement, any qualified withdrawals you make are 100% tax-free. And I'm not just talking about the money you put in. I'm talking about all the growth, too. Decades and decades of compound growth that the IRS can never lay a finger on. So the Roth starts looking amazing if you think you're going to earn more money later in your career. It's also a great bet if you think tax rates are likely to go up in the future. And honestly, it's great if you just want that peace of mind, that certainty of knowing that the money in your account is actually your money. Okay, all this theory is great, but let's make it real. Let's run some simple numbers, because this is usually where the light bulb goes on for people and it all starts to click. All right, let's just imagine you contribute a steady $5,000 to your retirement account every single year. And you do this consistently, no messing around, for a solid 30 years. And let's say your investments earn a pretty average 7% return each year. So after all that time, where do you end up? You'd be looking at a nest egg worth about $500,000. Not too shabby at all, right? But here is where the two paths completely diverge. With that traditional 401k, a big chunk of that $500,000 still belongs to the taxman. You have to pay him as you take it out. But with the Roth 401k, that $500,000 is all yours, clean. What you see is what you get. No guessing games, no future tax surprises. Now hang on, because I want to share a little pro tip here, something that a lot of people miss when it comes to their 401k match. This is a big one, so pay attention. That free money your company kicks in for your match, well, it always goes into a traditional pre-tax account. That's the rule. It happens even if 100% of your own money is going into a Roth. But check this out. That's not a bad thing. It's actually pretty great, because it means you end up with both kinds of accounts, which gives you tax flexibility in retirement. And that kind of flexibility is a seriously powerful tool. So, after all of that, we land back at the big question: which one is actually better for you? Well, there's no single right answer for everybody, but there is a really simple rule of thumb you can use to guide your thinking. Here's a super simple way to think about it. If you're early in your career, maybe not making a ton of money yet, the Roth often makes the most sense. Pay the taxes now while your rate is low. But if you're in your peak earning years, in a high tax bracket,
that immediate tax break from the traditional starts to look pretty good. And if you're just not sure what the future holds, see if your plan lets you do both. Split your contribution. But look, I need to be really clear about something. At the end of the day, the real mistake isn't picking the wrong one. The real mistake, the one that's truly expensive, is getting so paralyzed by this choice that you don't invest at all. Analysis paralysis is the real enemy here. Just get in the game.
So that's really the whole shebang. This isn't about finding some secret tax loophole. It's just about understanding the choice you have and then making an intentional decision about when you want to pay your tax bill instead of just accidentally falling into whatever the default is.
And once you see it that clearly, the decision gets a whole lot less stressful. Hey, if this explainer helped clear things up for you, do me a solid and hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel bring you more of these. And if you want to keep these calm, no-nonsense money conversations going, make sure you're subscribed.
So I'm really curious, after all that, what are you leaning towards? Are you Team Roth, Team Traditional, or are you going to play both sides? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Thank you for watching till the end. If this video helped you, you know what to do. See you in the next one. Take care.